The Czech pilot site is located in Havirov, the city of about 79,000 citizens. The youngest city in the Czech Republic was founded in 1955. Havirov is a city of miners, as Havíř stands for a miner. The district heating energy is produced with the black coal from the local mines. Not much has remained from the past times, only a small chateau, few churches, and a wooden cottage as a museum of folk architecture. Nearly 55% of the housing stock has been built between the years 1946 and 1970. The city center has been constructed in the 50s in the style of so-called socialistic realism. In other words, Sorela. This part creates a preserved zone. Sorela are buildings decorated with stucco and graffiti. The cultural center Radost is one of the most famous Sorela monuments in the city. The municipal real estate agency MRA is in charge of facility management of nearly 7,700 dwellings in the city. It is about 22% of Havirov housing stock. MRA has around 140 employees. We are about to visit the director of the company, Mr. Pavel Merta. Mr. Merta has been managing MRA for nearly 15 years. He is convinced that occupants' behavior is a key factor in building energy use. The installation of heat cost allocators brought positive changes in tenants' behavior. However, in many cases, the apartments were underheated and not properly ventilated. Up to 700,000 Czech crowns had to be spent annually for the removal of mold in those flats. The pilot project manager Monika Kvapulinska is presenting the part of the housing stock managed by MRA. With the exception of Šumbark, most of the buildings are located in the city center. The tenants from the pilot project buildings J.Jabůrkové and Uzavřená have an access to the CEM user portal. This portal has been developed by company Softlink. Every tenant may access the portal through typing his username and login. The tenants keen on use of BECA services were specially trained on how to use the portal. CEM is a simple and user-friendly tool. During the whole period of the pilot project, the tenants were supported by the local caretaker, Mr. Lumír Chlebík. The pilot project building in J.Jabůrkové Street is a typical multi-residential building from the municipal housing stock. It was built in 1962 and completely refurbished in 2009. There are 36 rental apartments with 75 inhabitants. The building is connected to the district heating network. The local heat transfer station equipment has enabled an easy installation of all necessary BECA components at the connection point to the building. All 868 MHz radio frequency modules are communicating with the Ethernet gateway installed in the basement of the building. The radio frequency home thermometers and water meters with pulse output are regularly capturing all the necessary data. These data are transferred to the Ethernet gateway with help of repeaters. The second pilot project building is in Uzavřená Street. It is identical with building in J.Jabůrkové. We are going to visit Mrs. Teichmanová, one of the tenants using the BECA services. Mrs. Teichmanová is explaining how she's using the portal and describing the benefits of this tool. Monitoring regularly the interior temperature curves helps understanding the impact of occupants' behavior. The system enables to display the monthly, daily, and individual reading data. Unfortunately, not all the households are having internet connection possibility. This is mainly the problem of elderly people. Therefore, MRA is delivering regularly monthly printed reports. The figures in tables are differentiated by colors to pass on a clear message. The benchmarking chart is considered to be a good idea as well. This is the end of the day, but definitely not the end of energy-saving efforts in Havirov. You are welcome to visit our city in the close future to see the progress in energy saving and reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. The BECA project started in January 2011 and was finished in December 2013. It aims to help Europe meet emission targets by achieving a significant reduction of energy consumption in European social housing. Building on existing services, providing feedback on energy consumption to social housing tenants, BECA has developed and piloted advanced ICT-based energy awareness services and energy management services. It has been supported financially by the European Commission under the ICT Policy Support Programme. 18 organizations have cooperated in the project to provide these services directly to social housing tenants. Pilots of BECA services are located at 7 sites in 7 countries. You have seen a short video of the Czech BECA pilot site in Havirov.